If you put up a billboard explaining that smoking is bad for your health, people will immediately quit smoking, right? Or if someone reads a comprehensive book on management, they will automatically become an effective manager. We know these statements are completely false, yet modern training often relies on the assumption that simply handing someone the correct facts provides them with the capability to execute. Learning is about behavior change in the real world, regardless of how much data a person has acquired. Think of information as the supplies you pack for a major expedition. It doesn't matter how advanced your camping gear is if you lack the context or ability to assemble it when heavy winds start blowing. Look at this diagram. To get people to act, we have to stop force-feeding facts and instead diagnose the exact space standing between the current learner on the left and the capable future learner on the right. Often, the problem is a skill gap. This happens when someone understands what to do, but lacks the practice required to execute it. You wouldn't memorize a survival guidebook on your couch and then immediately step outside to attempt a grueling 2,000-mile hike. You need physical conditioning on the trail. To diagnose a skill gap, you only need to ask one question. Is it reasonable to expect proficiency without practice? If the answer is no, simply assigning reading materials guarantees failure. The design must force the learner to repeatedly execute the action. Then there is the motivation gap. This occurs when a learner has the skill but chooses not to do it. We tend to view motivation purely as internal willpower. In reality, a person's willingness to act is dictated by how the learning experience is presented. In a 2009 study, researchers gave two groups identical instructions. The only difference was typography. One read simple sans serif, the other stylized cursive. The group reading the harder-to-read font rated the physical task as significantly more difficult. The effort required to read the text bled into their perception of the work. Perceived friction damages a user's motivation, causing them to fail before the task even begins. As we practice a task, our brains relegate it to an automatic process. We streamline the movement to save conscious energy. This automation makes experts incredibly efficient, but creates massive friction when those procedures change. Adopting a new method requires a person to consciously suppress an automatic habit. This process of unlearning is often more mentally exhausting than learning a new skill from scratch. When merging companies introduce new software, veteran employees often struggle more than brand new hires. The veterans are fighting the heavy gravity of old routines. Experienced learners carry the heavy weight of practiced routines. Training succeeds only when it accounts for the intense momentum of habits already in place. Finally, we face the environment gap. The learner is fully skilled and motivated, but their physical or digital surroundings guarantee failure. If a road has a severe pothole, you don't fix it by building a multi-million-dollar suspension bridge over the gap. You simply fill the hole. Training is the suspension bridge. Fixing the system is filling the hole. When tools are broken or interfaces are poorly designed, no amount of education will help. Sometimes the most effective design requires clearing the obstacles from the learner's path, rather than teaching a new lesson. This map illustrates a central reality. The journey to expertise is rarely a straight line. When an initiative fails, we must stop asking what information is missing. Instead, identify the specific barrier. Which gap, knowledge, skill, motivation, or environment am I facing? Pause for effect. Learning design succeeds when it moves beyond simple content delivery to identify and clear the specific friction points that prevent a learner from moving forward.